It's been a while since I started this channel since 2019, but at the same time, I have not done a desk setup video for this year. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the video, shall we? So this is the deal. I have two monitors, one from Asus and one from Samsung. Both are very great monitors, but I really want to actually put a different type of monitor because the other one that's from Asus has little to no bezels, and the one from Samsung on the other hand is really sleeky, but the problem is it's an older design, which means it's gonna have lots of bezels. So it makes no sense to put a really old monitor into a really modern day computer because it's not going to work out too nicely. You have all the nasty bezels and pretty much it. Another thing is I also put in a wireless charging station, so whenever I put my phone in to charge, it will charge while I'm actually doing something with my computer meanwhile. And the fact is that my computer is actually a custom rig that I built. It also makes sense because I know how to build a PC. The matter of the fact that when you build a computer, you already know how to use a computer if you already know how to build one. But this is the reason for those who want to build a PC, which is going to be described from another video, maybe not from my channel, but for those who watch Linus Tech Tips or other channels like that, they have tons of videos how to build a PC and you can learn from there. It's not rocket science to build a computer, but you just have to buy your parts that match your needs and you can actually build a PC right there. Also the fact that I technically have an Echo Dot speaker, which whenever you talk to it by saying the name Alexa, which hopefully doesn't sound, it actually tells the speaker that if you ask her how she's doing, you're gonna see that the weather is good or how it is, but really that's how it is. Also have these creative Pebble speakers, which are pretty nice and sleek speakers that I got for Christmas of last year, or I think 2 years ago, not really sure. I think it's 2021 I got those speakers, and they're pretty nice speakers, but again, they're not really cheap speakers, but again, they get the job done, and it runs on USB Type-C and for the power, and it also runs on top of a and it runs on the usual audio jack you buy for your computer, and that's what I got for those nice speakers. So another thing is that I also, not to mention that I really built the system pretty nicely, did a few upgrades on it that I did manage to say that I put a Blu-ray disc drive on it so you can watch a couple of movies on it that are on Blu-ray, because technically you can't do that with a DVD or W drive, because like when most computers that come with an optical disc drive these days, honestly not many people use an optical drive to watch their movies on it because everybody has reliable internet like we do. But at the same time, we were on DSL, which was pretty slow and molasses, and that was because the internet was pretty bloated. That DSL was not gonna be good enough, so we have to use something else like cable, and cable was a lot better. So that is how it is. So if you do not know, this how we're gonna be able to put our internet in place. We now have Comcast which is Xfinity, the same thing. It pretty much got our computers up and running with better internet and things like that. The modem is technically upstairs, which is a gateway, which pretty much has Wi-Fi and other things. I also put a Wi-Fi card because unfortunately the motherboard didn't come with a Wi-Fi antenna, so it doesn't come with any Wi-Fi hardware. Because of that, I have to put a Wi-Fi card, which pretty much tells you a lesson why you should always save up on the motherboard that comes with Wi-Fi. You want to have Wi-Fi, but again, you have to be always tied to Ethernet, which I don't mind being on Ethernet, But for some people who want to move around their desktop and you don't have access to an Ethernet port or anything like that, you're gonna be having a problem. So you have to be obviously other options there. So that's how it is when those are on the Wi-Fi. And obviously for your Wi-Fi card to work correctly on a desktop, you have to have this antenna which has to be broadcasting on a certain frequency. The antenna has to be facing upward to get the best connection out of it. And that's how I got the antenna to work, and that's pretty much how it is. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down, and hopefully you have the rest of your lovely day.